All right.
And alright guys, welcome to our first game of Starbow in our best of 5 series, which is going to be the finals between Myrault and Franscar on the map Starbow Alternate. So spot in the bottom side, he's going to be our orange Zerg, Myrault.
And in the top of Alternate, we have the pink Protoss player, Franscar, who won the last series as Zerg.
And, little lag spike.
Bit of a lag spike. No big deal. No big deal.
Man.
We got this. We got this. Hey, quick question. Can you spawn on the right side and left side on this map, or just top bottom?
Just top and bottom. It's a two-player
All
map.
right. Cool.
Yeah, this map is very unorthodox. And it's really dark. It's like the oranges don't stand out, and the purple doesn't. The pink. Is that pink or purple? It's pink, right?
I think it's pink. I'm gonna say pink.
Yeah, it's
kind of
really
in the middle though. Yeah. Either way, I do have a probe coming on down to scout things out for the Protoss player Franscar. That is so weird to say after that last series. But are cannon rushes? I guess cannon rushes would be a thing here, right? I mean, not in this particular situation, but in just PvZ.
Yeah. They definitely could work in PvZ.
Very cool.
Franscar is gonna go for Forge Fast Expand, most likely, with the pylon placement that we see. Actually, Franscar has surprisingly good PvZ. He's really quite good at it. In fact, I think he's beaten Myrault before, not in a best of 3, but he has taken games off of him in a PvZ. In fact, I think our last SNS, our semifinals, was between Franscar and Myrault. So looks like we're kind of having a little rematch here.
Bit of a deja vu situation.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat. Spawning pool coming up, hatchery just about to finish, and there goes the Forge Fast Expand, or just the rather Nexus first type thing coming out of Franscar. No Forge actually on the map, is there?
Nope, not yet.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
okay.
Franscar intentionally did this because with the scouting probe, he did see that there wasn't a spawning pool yet, and it was a hatch first build, so he can get away with a Nexus first.
Gotcha. Yeah, Shakura's Plateau. Thank you, Scapism. In chat told me what map I was trying to think of earlier there. Indeed, 10 points to Scapism. Alright, so now going ahead, walling off with that Forge as the Nexus is just about to finish here, maybe about 75% done. The Zerg base not really doing much of anything right now. Spawning pool about to finish, and the Extractor as well on its way up. Drones, probes, both players just macroing at this point, and So what's your favorite strategy matchup in Zerg versus Protoss and Starbow?
You know, I can't really say because I play Terran, but
But just to watch, like, what's the most entertaining? What's
to watch?
Awesome. Yeah.
Definitely Reaver, Sarah Reaver. That's by far the most interesting to watch. But it's not easy to pull off. But it's a lot easier than it was in Broodbar, that's for sure.
Fair enough. Third base now coming on down as well for Myrault. So again, 3 base to 2 base against the Protoss. Very smart, getting that macro stuff out now. Hydralisk Den on the way. Having that Hydralisk Den at tier 1 is just so nice. It really helps Zerg defend against a lot of early stuff that Protoss can do, from what I've seen in the replays that I have cast. So good choice getting that for sure. Drone count looking good, 22 to 21, 22 to 22 now. Both players even on that drone count, and supply at 24 to 26. So even match so far. Nothing too crazy to really mess it up, but nothing really too unexpected from this point.
Yeah, we have Groove Spine upgrade, which increases the Hydralisk attack range by 1. So we could see potential cannon or front bust, or some early pressure. And at the same time, Myrault is going for a 3rd hatch at the this mineral only. And I'm not really sure how the pathing works on this map yet, because I haven't really given it a try ever since the rocks supposedly were fixed. Because before, Zerglings were able to bust us down really easily.
They just didn't have enough armor, or?
I think there was only 1 rock, so it's just,
it
just died super fast.
Gotcha. Well, that makes sense then.
Because a lot of maps sometimes have like 5 rocks stacked on top of each other, so
Right.
you'd have to use something like lurkers or siege tanks or reavers or archons to kill them.
Gotcha.
And,
that
yeah,
makes sense.
Myrault here is going to go ahead and move up with these Hydras. These Hydras do have the range upgrade complete now. They can sign down the Forge as well as the Gateway. This Zealot getting a little too overzealous and taking a few extra shots. And
The zealous joke.
yep, yep.
And yeah, but doing a good job, kind of forcing the hiders not to snipe down that forge. He's kind of chasing them away, keeping them at a distance for a little bit, but here we go, moving the wounded Hydra to the back. Doesn't take any shots from those cannons, and Stargate warping in. Oh, here we go. Using that warp and getting in a couple Sentinels.
Yep.
There we go. Where did I lose?
Ooh, check out that new model. That's so cool.
That is pretty.
Yeah, this Sentinel here has low attack speed, but it does quite a bit of damage with each shot. And the Null Ward here is going to slow down these Hydras at the same time. In fact, Sentinels supposedly are an issue in TvP with how well they can secure early game map control. But in PvZ, it's not as much of an issue considering that there are a lot of Hydras here, and Hydras are a very good composition against pretty much every unit that that Protoss will throw out. Myrault here. What is he going to do? He's going to go for a 4th base. He's going to throw down some more hatcheries. I think he should follow this up with 2 more hatcheries. Go for a big Hydra play. And yeah, right now he is getting the Hydra speed upgrade, as well as Ventral Sacks, giving the Overlords the ability to be to drop units.
And Zergling speed. So all right, here we come. The Sentinels are moving across the map, heading right for the main of Myrault. I was gonna say Franscar because it's the Zerg. And throwing down, yeah, the Null Wards here.
Ooh, slows down the Sentinel itself.
Yeah, so a bit of a problem there. One of the drones does manage to escape though without being killed, so not a super effective attack from those Sentinels. What? How many units lost? 4 total drones have died during the entire game, so nothing too crazy to be sure.
Yep, and Myrault is just kind of, defending, macroing up. He's got a few Hydralisks in his 3rd base, but now he's going to bring him back to a more defensive position. Now this investment in Sentinels, I don't know. I mean, is it worth it? Because Franscar's main Grand Army is looking a little bit lacking, and at the same time, Myrault though has a pretty sizable force. Yeah, these Sentinels gonna retreat. No Ward is gonna activate on top of one of those Hydras. One Sentinel does get taken down.
Nice pickup there, absolutely, from Myrault. One of those Sentinels is expensive. You don't want to lose them just for no reason at all. Templar on the way out, as well as Corsairs. So, interesting play, but the Overlord drops are real. Here they come. Yeah. Heading on into the main. And what is going to be able to deal with this here? I mean, there is a Zealot, there's a Corsair. The slow drops are, fast drops aren't required just because the distance here is so short. The Hydra's trying to push pressure on the front, maybe distract things, but there are so many cannons there, just not really worth it. Corsairs and Sentinels coming out, try to deal with this, but the Hydras are inside the base. They immediately snipe down one of the Sentinels. Going to go to town on this Templar Archives. Very, very smart play. He doesn't want to have Storm out here at all. Immediately kills it. Going to try to snipe down this Stargate as well. These Hydras doing tons of damage here in the main. Forced to pull off all of the probes. The Zealots are here as well. Some good micro from the Hydras, though, trying to snipe down the Zealots. Corsairs burning down the Overlords. There is no escape for these Hydralisks at all, but probes are dying left and right. Finally, the Hydras get cleaned up.
Yeah,
but
it
is very close in the end. Wow.
The Workers Lost tab, definitely favoring our Zerg opponent, for sure. 10 workers killed. But yeah, I'm not feeling too uncomfortable as a Protoss player. He's going to be able to take this down. He's got enough Zealots to take down these Hydralisks. And the Hydra's going to target down that one Templar. Great pickoff.
Oh, huge pickoff to be sure. Again, kind of trapped in a wall here. The probes being forced to trap the Hydralisks. The Zealots finally snipe them down, but the number of probes lost is 12 now. That's a lot of workers. More Hydras streaming across the map from all positions. The Zealots are trying to deal with them. They might have finally managed to stabilize, but it's going to be close.
Yep. And yeah, Myrault though, what's his plan? What does he tech up to? He's getting another hatchery right now. He's getting some mutas at the same time. But we do already have some Corsairs on the map right now, so those Corsairs can definitely deal with the mutas. I'm not really sure what the mutas is going to accomplish, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. More cannons being warped up in the front. Sorry, but go ahead.
Yep, very smart. Is that a Dark Templar? Yeah, Dark Templar coming in here as well for Franscar. So.
Ooh, Sir DT, another viable option.
Indeed. One behind Dark Shrine, that's what they say. So yeah, 3 bases very fully established here for Myrault. Really in a good position. The worker count actually 33 to 41 in favor of Franscar. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but I guess a lot of that larva actually went to hiders instead of workers in the early to mid game.
Yeah. And Franscar has been using his Chron Boost. He's been on top of that. Like a great macro player. And Myrault is now taking a 4th base. Bring his total hatchery count up to 4.
Dragoons in production, Templars in production. Again, the Templar Archives looks like it has been rebuilt for our Protoss player Franscar. Just kind of sitting back on these gateways. And Evolution Chambers on the way, wants to get those upgrades going as fast as he can, is Myrault.
And oh, the DT now is in 3rd base, taking down some drones here. Fortunately enough, this isn't Brood War, so you actually do get a warning if your drones get killed by DTs. And yeah, this DT is doing work. Quite a few kills, 4 kills so far. Could get up to 5. Gonna get to
Forcing
5.
a cancel on that lurker. And yep, taking in on another drone before the mutas snipe him. Oh no! Where did the detection go? That Dark Templar is still alive. There we go. Finally get sniped down. Here comes the Overlord right on in there. No big deal. No big deal.
And wow, I mean, now it looks like Franscar is actually ahead in the workers killed, surprisingly, with 15 to 12. At the same time, he's massing up quite a sizable force. He should have Storm done by now. Just gonna double check really quick. Does he have Storm? And oh, it doesn't say.
He does. It looks
Okay.
like.
He's got Hallucination, which is kind of strange.
Also, Observatory coming up as well. Excellent choice. There's the archives. No, it doesn't look like he has Storm yet, does he?
Yeah, actually, I know in Brood War, Hallucination was a research.
No.
Was it researchable? Oh man, I am so rusty in terms of I don't play enough Protoss to even know if Hallucination is a researchable upgrade or not. Anyways, we do have a drop in the back here. 3 Lickers gonna do some damage to these buildings here. Most likely not gonna take him out. Dragoons, keep in mind, they don't have the range upgrade just yet. Dragoons are made specifically to counter these lurkers and any ultralists that might be built in production in the future.
Oh, very
nice
smart.
attack in the front. Franscar here.
Snipes down the Observatory. Very smart. Lings at the front here. Burning down those cannons, doing a great job of it. Observers cannot be built. Lurker's going to be really good for quite a long time. Archon enough to scare away those Lings and those mutas, though, for sure. Going to get the Cyber Core. Are the Lurkers doing that much damage back here? Finally, the Observer pops up just in range of that cannon. Unfortunately, they want to get the Cyber Core before they are killed. Maybe try to kill some of these units that come trying to snipe them down, but yeah, they get killed up immediately. And there we go.
Yep, now Psystorm is now almost near completion. I think he made a mistake by researching Hallucination instead of Storm. Or maybe Hallucination is just one of those research upgrades that come with your Templar. I'll have to double check that later. At the same time, we do have a nice big drop here, or a small drop with a few Zerglings. Gonna snipe down the robotics facility. Gonna stop some Observer production. And that could be great if our Myrault here can manage to get some Scorch connections on top of the Observers. And the Cyber Core does survive. Yeah, Franscar's got to rethink his positioning of these buildings here. Possibly rebuild them in the back. And at the same time, these Corsairs taking out these Overlords. But wow, Myrault here, massing up quite a sizable force. Still though, Franscar is ahead with 67 army supply compared to 53. Is ahead also in the workers, but not ahead in the income, showing just how important it is to get those expansions.
Yeah, Avexi in chat saying that yes, Hallucination was a researchable spell. High Templars had it. Again, thanks to Munganthu in the chat as well for bringing that up. So good to know. Good to know our StarCraft's history. And another lurker gets killed. Another drop on the way, though. Ling drop heading up with that fast Overlord. Going to try to get some mischief. He really wants to kill that Cyber Core, I think, is the plan here. Might even pay to rebuild it somewhere safer, like you were saying, for Franscar, even before it ends up dead, because I think there's really no chance at saving it. Mutas try to fly in, but man, there are so many Dragoons.
Oh,
so many Corsairs trying to snipe down the Templars. Yet. No, cannot get it. All the mutas die. A bit of a risky move there from Myrault, and I don't think it pays off.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we do have a big engagement in the middle of the map. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. At the same time, we do have a Zerg drop in the main base. Going to see what that's going to be up to. Now, yeah, Franscar needs to engage this carefully. He wants to get the Storms on top of the Zerglings, because if you look at his composition, he's very Dragoon heavy. Nice Storm on top of the Zerglings. Does some quite good. Oh, he's going to snipe down the Templar Archives! Franscar! He might lose the Templar Archives!
Oh, it's going to be so close. Looks like he already got the Cyber Core. The push at the front, though, is real. Templar Archives does go down. Lurkers dying left and right, but doing a lot of damage. Storm right on top of those Lurkers. Not enough to kill them, but enough to get them very low, and the Dragoons finish them off. The Protoss ball is moving in closer and closer to where it wants to be, into the main of the Zerg player to kill those production facilities. Hydras popping out, but just not enough of them. Franscar mowing everything down that tries to pop out. A Storm on top of that Defiler, killing it a little bit unnecessarily. The hatchery falls as well. Just a very strong position for Franscar. I don't know what Myrault can do about this.
Yeah, it looks really, really in Franscar's favor at this point in the game. Yeah, the Naturalists take him down. Despite the fact that Franscar was behind in bases, he's just steamrolling his opponent at this point. Yeah, I don't think Myrault has an answer to this.
No, and here it comes. Dragoons leading the charge. Archon behind as well. A Dark Templar in the mix as well for no reason whatsoever, but enough to kill all these Lings that are desperately trying to escape. Not a single one of them can get out of there. This whole base is going to fall. There are still 2 bases left for Myrault, but there are no tech buildings. There's nothing really to make the units he needs to handle this. It's 30 to 54 Harvesters, 47 to 129 supply, and I think Franscar is going to take game 1 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Defiler comes in, throws down, whoa. And yes, actually did manage to do the Consume ability there. Defiler does drop down the Dark Swarm. It's a little bit safe, doing some damage to these units. The Hydras are able to stay on underside of it as well. Morphing into Lurkers underneath the Dark Swarm. Dragoons pretty much ignoring them at this point. Coming along the right side, killing what they can, which is going to be these Evolution Chambers where the upgrades are almost finished. Yes, the upgrade does finish for Myrault there, but that +2 ground carapace is not long for the world. Yeah, it does end up dead as well. Hydralisk trying to deal with these guys, gets sniped down by the Dragoons. Boop. Thank you for coming. Dragoons running around as well. Going to get a bit of a surround by some of these Lings, just not enough Lings to actually take them down.
Yep. And this attack over here in the top left side is going to clean up the space. And I think Franscar at this point is just waiting for GG. I think he's got this.
Yeah, I think he's got this. Some Lurkers for defense, but not really enough to save his drones. His main base is under attack. His 3rd base is under attack. His 4th base is under attack. His 2nd base is gone. Franscar splitting his units so well to make sure there's nowhere that is safe for Myrault to hide, to rebuild up the units that he needs to make this happen. Drones dying left and right. There are only 10 left on the map. Myrault calls GG.
Takes game 1.
Franscar is victorious in game 1. Amazing. Woo! Yeah, I figured after losing that front wall, after losing the cyber core,